so getting to the actual quarterfinals of the World Cup, we got 8 teams left and some big games, almost games that are too early in this stage to be actually being played. These teams should actually probably be meeting in the semifinals or in the finals, but there's some big games coming up July 2nd and July 3rd, and so I'll just get right into it. I've got about 5 out of 8 last one, and a lot of these picks that I'm making is just more of like my personal preference. I probably, if I was going to pick who I actually thought was going to win the game, my selections would be different. But I mean, I show a little bit of bias there, and there's teams that I like their style of playing better than others. But the first game is Uruguay versus Ghana, and out of all the games, that one's kind of has the lowest amount of my interest. But Uruguay is the original World Cup champion, and they've really started picking it up, and so they'll probably end up winning that one. But Ghana's been surprising everybody, so see if they can carry the momentum. Argentina versus Germany. This is a game that possibly could be the final game or semi-final game, and so it's kind of a shame that it's happening this stage, but it's going to be an amazing game. And Argentina and Germany have probably been the 2 best teams overall as far as scoring and creating plays, playmaking ability and everything. And so Germany had that amazing goal kick. That guy kicked it by 80 yards. The keeper kicked it all the way down to the other side of the field, and the German player turned and scored. That was amazing in their last game against England. And I was really rooting for England on that one, but I mean, you got to give Germany credit. They were one of the most consistent national teams always, and so they're going to be a real challenge for anybody. But I think Argentina has a lot of power. Messi's been left scoreless, but he might be able to pick it up this time. And then the other players on their team are really good players. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but they're really outstanding team. So I'm kind of rooting for Argentina the rest of the way. They're probably my favorite team, along with Spain. So those 2 teams are my 2 choices right now. The next game is Netherlands versus Brazil, and again, this could possibly be the final game too. Those 2 teams are outstanding teams too. So between Argentina, Germany, Netherlands, and Brazil, I think that's been the best soccer so far out of all those teams. And so Netherlands versus Brazil, this will be the first real test for Brazil, other than they tied Portugal, but I think Netherlands has a good chance to beat them, and seeing them wear the orange and black reminds me of my old high school colors at LP, the Rangers. But yeah, those. I think the Dutch. I'm actually pulling for the Dutch in this one, but Brazil, they're really playing loose, and they too are just always such a stacked team. They have such depth in their bench that they can pull in substitutes, and it's not even like they're losing anything on the field. And they were really having a good time in their last game, and so they were really enjoying themselves against Chile, and Chile was playing really well, and they just dominated that game. And so I think that it'd be tough for the Dutch to beat Brazil, but so far out of all the teams that have played Brazil, that's the best chance to Brazil losing. And then Spain versus Paraguay, and I was ashamed, or it was a shame that Japan lost to Paraguay, because Japan has been really playing some great ball, really entertaining soccer, really fast, quick, and tenacious. But they lost in the shootout versus Paraguay. And then Spain starting to come into stride, and not playing as much as like they're expecting to win, but actually earning victory now. And David Villa of España is he's real money out there. He's playing super well, and I think that Spain has a real good chance to make it all the way. So yeah, it's going to be entertaining. It's been great, and not sure. I think now I'm going to post my rant about the article that I read in the Huffington Post. I was going to post it first, but I've decided to post at the end. So just why Americans don't like soccer is the title by some guy named Greener for the Huffington Post, and he's just a complete fool. And there's plenty of Americans that are packing bars and public squares around the country in the United States for the soccer. One of the biggest sporting events, even ratings-wise, was the USA versus Ghana, even with their loss. And so, so many people. Why do people not know what they're talking about with soccer? Why are people so disconnected? Why do people just hate a sport because the rest of the world likes it? You know, why is America so fat and overweight? Why does America have less education overall and poor competent skills and around the world? Why are we falling behind in education against other countries around the world? There's plenty of questions. Why does America lack culture? There's so many other questions that would be better questions that we put into the Huffington Post than that guy's deal. But I'll post that right now. But I'm excited for the next round. Don't want to take away for the next couple games, and going all the way through July 11th. And this has been a great World Cup. This is probably the most I've watched since 1994 when I was in the United States, and I've probably even watched more games now, and I have a higher level of sophistication and understanding too now, so it's been amazing. So I'll post this, and hope everybody's enjoying it. So living it, loving it, Earthian, baby.